Hello, hello, hello. What is going on, everybody? This is your boy AB, and yep, that's right. We don't have Oyo here. It's just me. And I know uh, we've been putting on our episodes 3 weeks in a row. We said we would be consistent, and for 3 months we didn't post anything. Literally for 3 months, we just left the scene. Mainly due to our work. Both of us are working individuals and had a hectic amount of work during these past 3 months. Uh, we've been working our ass off trying to make ends meet. We are living the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle, let's say. No, no, none of that. Just kidding. Both are in a comfortable place, but we do did have a lot of work, and yeah, that is why we haven't posted anything for the past 3 months. And you would still notice that OE is missing. That is because he is still busy with his work. Um, he would be returning back soon. I hope it's soon. But right now, there's no particular timeline which is given. And I asked him about whether I can carry on this thing individually or solo act, let's say. And he said, "Yeah, go for it." He didn't want to stop me, which was pretty good. Thank you, man. Uh, yeah. While he's away, I'm just gonna move slightly things around to grab the highlight of the week, or let's say the hot news, the clickbaity part at the beginning of the episodes. Uh, because let's just be honest. Uh, we want more views. Simple as. Okay. So for this week's hot news, it is none other than going to be the movie review. So I just shifted the movie review, which we usually do, or not usually, let's say, which we used to do for the 3 episodes at the end of the episode. Now I bumped it out to the beginning because this movie, it's absolutely is mind blowing. I'm pretty sure you guys can tell it already. It's Tenet, which came out this Friday in India. Yeah, yesterday. And this movie is absolutely beautiful. Magnificent movie from a great director, Christopher Nolan. Um, I had really fun watching this. In fact, I watched it twice. The first time I was so impressed with it, but didn't understand for shit. So I had to go back, watch it again, and this time, uh, let's say like today morning, today morning, I watched it again, and I took notes, and this movie is a banger. But let's just get this out of the way. This is not his best movie ever. This is not Christopher Nolan's best work. I still consider Christopher Nolan's best work where Dark Knight Rises and Interstellar. Those two s- uh, are in a different level compared to this one. Um, but this is still a solid movie. I liked it better than Inception, let's say. Um, Inception, if Inception, I would give it a 7 rating. I'd give this one 10 and a 7.5 out of 10. And the reason why this didn't hold up is because, as the one of the best movie ever, it didn't hold up. It is not up there because of slight flaws in the movie. And you might just think right now, well, no movie is perfect. You shouldn't judge a movie based on one or two flaws. Well, yeah, I can get the point of saying that no movie is perfect, but it's the flaws that makes into that great movie, yeah. So certain flaws, it can be a type of the movie, characteristics type of the movie. The other kind of flaws are the ones which made this movie a slightly bit less fun, let's say. So just going through the whole plot of the movie is I don't know. I don't know how to put it. I would say this is about a guy from the present timeline going into the past to learn about the futures to stop people from the future, from the further future than his present, to from dis from them destroying his past or their past, which is his present timeline. I know I know I fucked it up. So yeah, it is pretty confusing that way. Anyways, yeah, that is the whole plot, as in you go past in time to learn about something in the future that is just about to happen like 10 minutes back or 10 minutes forward. That is why the 10 end, the palindrome, was created because you can read 10 and 10 from either side. There are other lot of other palindromes throughout the movie, like Sador is the locker that was set was Rotas, and I don't remember Erebus, Oprah. So yeah, there are other palindromes like that in this movie. Um, yeah. So that was the whole plot of the movie. So going past, going to present, it's kind of like a inversion. Someone in the future found out about how to invert time, um, and decided and came to a conclusion like Oppenheimer, like it said in the movie itself, like that lady realized that this is going to be detrimental for the people in the past because if it gets in the wrong hands, they could totally wipe out the existence itself. So she decided to plant different algorithms for this particular um, weapon throughout different parts in the past, mainly in nuclear reactor containment facilities, so it wouldn't draw much attention. Plus, it would be well guarded. And yeah, some people from the future, I guess, found out about it and started communicating with Andre Sator, the antagonist of this movie, um, and decided to bribe him and do his do their bidding through him. Uh, this movie is absolutely beautiful. I can't stop my words. I can't stop my words from stuttering because of how taken aback I was with this movie. But at the same time, as I said, it's not the best movie ever. But yeah, that's how good this movie is. It was supposed to be like a 8.59, maybe even a 10. So it was that good of a movie. But due to the flaws that I'm about to tell, that is the only reason why this is a 7.5. It's a solid 7.5, maybe stretching to 8. So yeah, th- that is that is this movie. Like a lot of things to do with time and how it's been manipulated by people. The inverted time, how it's like you just literally catch bullets. You're not even shooting them. And the special thing that I loved about this movie is the car chase scene where uh, the from the first perspective, it's just that he's seeing the car tumbling, but the end of the time, like I don't want to give too much away as a spoiler, but yeah, he sees himself in the other car, and this is a mad movie, you know. Yeah. Uh, the other thing about this movie, the flaw, let's say, which I said I would come to, is one of the thing is it isn't that accessible of a movie to get into. Well, when Inception came out, I heard a lot of people saying that like it was very confusing for them. I didn't find it confusing. It was pretty straightforward. Uh, but this movie, this is another level of another level in terms of confusion. It's a very inaccessible movie. It's more inaccessible than Inception. So people who gets confused a lot, who ask a lot of questions during movie, I would ask you to just shut up and just watch the movie over and over and over again until you get it. Because even a tiniest um, detail. that you miss in the movie, it's gonna be creating a lot of confusion for you guys. Another flaw, I would say, well, this is a Christopher Nolan flaw. This is not a movie flaw, but it's the movie that he made. So I'm gonna include that with uh, as a flaw. Ever since Dark Knight, I would assume, I guess, yeah, like ever since since some of the movies, the sound mixing was is a bit off. It's always the background sound, the score of the movie, and other sound effects above the dialogue, which the characters tell. So that makes it a bit harder to hear stuff what the characters are talking to each other. Uh, yeah, it's not the best experience in that terms when people start talking and there's a huge brum 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 sound in the background and it's just covering the entire dialogue. It's just not a very fun thing to uh, listen to. And I went to the IMAX theater, so it should have one of the best audio systems out there. So I'm just saying uh, that could have been better. The other thing is the emotions. I would say when I say emotions, there's a lot of great acting, especially the protagonist. Well, until uh, I wanted to review this movie until just about 30 minutes back. I was just looking up who the actor was playing, the John B. Washington, or I don't know his name to be exact. Let me just look it up. Tenet, Tenet, Tenet. Uh, yeah, John David Washington. I didn't get what the name of the character that he was playing as, but later I found out that there was no name mentioned, and his yeah, that is when I like about 30 minutes back I found out that uh, he doesn't have a name. His name isn't mentioned throughout the movie, and I never clocked it. I never clocked it the twice, the both the times I watched it. He is literally just the protagonist of the movie, and he is basically having the time pinch assault. I would say, is it that? I don't know what the word that they used. Yeah, so he was basically doing that the entire movie from the start to the end. Um, and uh, emotions of the movie, yeah. So emotions. John David Washington and Elizabeth Debicki, even Robert Pattinson, even the Indian actress, the Dimple Kapadia. I'm not too familiar with her works. I'm pretty sure she's a big actress in India when it comes to Indian movies, but I don't watch Indian movies even though I'm an Indian, which is very bad from my part. But she's a really good actor. So everyone individually had their moments of brilliant acting, but the character emotions weren't there. It was just between Neil and the protagonist of the movie. That's the only kind of emotion, and a couple of scenes for uh, Elizabeth Debicki's character. Couple of scenes. Other than that, there was no particular emotion which was involved in the movie. It was just the protagonist doing all throughout doing everything in the what is happening in the movie to save the actress, Cat, the character called as Cat, and yeah, it was very emotionless when it comes to movies. Uh, Yeah, that was another flaw. That is the only reason why this is a 7.5 out of 10 movie. Otherwise, definitely, this would have been one of my favorite movies to watch because the visuals, now coming to just absolute praising about this movie, everything that I loved about this movie is the whole concept. concept of the movie. Like it was so descriptive. It was so powerful. Um, it reminded us that we are not supposed to just fuck over this entire planet, or the people from the future will come over and fuck us. So, uh, yeah. And another thing which I liked about this movie is the background music by Ludwig van something something. Normally Hans Zimmer always uh yeah give out the score of any Christopher Nolan movie, but this time it was Ludwig Göransson. Yeah, Ludwig Göransson. So he scored for Black Panther as well, which the score which I absolutely loved, and he got an Oscar as well for that. So yeah, I can see even the background music when I listen to it, it has that sense of inversion, time inversion kind of a feel to the music, which was a score which was played, which was really good. Hans Zimmer really knows his music composers to pick from. Uh, I wish he did some of the uh, superhero movies. You know what I want him to do? I would want him to do a Doctor Strange movie. Dude, that would be insane. Christopher Nolan in a Doctor Strange movie? He could absolutely go apeshit with that. Another good thing is that John David Washington. This actor is insane. I watched the entire Baller series and he stood out as the most uh, fun character to be around. Uh, even even better than Rock himself in that series. His uh, acting in that Baller series was exceptional, and I think that is why this kind of a movie, Christopher Nolan open reached out to him for this to play this character. He was absolutely brilliant, and I want him to play as a Green Lantern in an upcoming Green Lantern movie as the main protagonist of that movie. Well, let's say I don't want him to name him the protagonist in Green Lantern as well. I would just give the John Jones character to him. He's a bit short in height, but I don't think height plays a big part. This is coming from a person who is not tall, so uh, yeah, I would say that. Another one was Robert Pattinson. I feel confident about him doing Bruce Wayne now. He pulled off his this role brilliantly. Um, I don't know, like I already told you guys about the flaws of the movie, but other than that, this is a special movie. If you get a chance to watch this, watch it once, watch it twice, watch it thrice, watch it 1,000 times, I would say. Which because I'm gonna do another visit to the theaters to watch this movie, and later I'm gonna get access to it some way or the other, and I'm gonna maybe watch it till I understand uh, each and every aspect of this movie. Uh, yeah, that is Tenet for you guys. This is a really good movie, and let us move on to the next subject, which is uh, what do I want to talk about next? Oh yeah, the most relevant topic I would say in 2020, coronavirus. Well, where do you start? Where do you start with this? Well, since we last left you guys, we got uh, cure for the disease, uh, a new vaccine which came out from a couple of different sources, right? Vaccines for, I'm just going to look it up, which all the vaccines which came up. Vaccines for COVID, COVID-19, yep. Uh-huh. But no, yeah. Vaccines for COVID-19. The sad part is India won't get COVID-19 vaccines until uh, the end of April. which is very sad. We are going to be in lockdown mode, or let's say, uh, for another 3 months. It's just going to hurt even more. Uh, I can't go into that again. I know for a fact that the the second wave in India is about to strike because of all the stupid people who are going to go out on year end Christmas year end time to party and everything else. And because of those idiots, it's going to come again. I'm 100% giving all my bets onto that. It's going to be bad, isn't it? The last week of December, the first weeks of the new year, it's going to hurt really bad because of some idiots who won't sit at home. Uh, it just irks me just thinking about it. It's not even happened, and it just irks me. Oh my God. So yeah, we won't be getting any kind of vaccines until the end of April. Um, but every other country is bound to get vaccines, and it is supposed to be fast tracked, which is good news for the world. Uh, but I'm still skeptical about these vaccines, yeah. And I know you might be thinking, "Oh, wait, why are you being an idiot?" I'm not being an idiot. I'm just being skeptical in the sense, like, normally vaccines do take a long time to be created. Uh, if you create something in a rush, anything, not just vaccines, if you create anything in rush, it's gonna have some defects or minor defects to it. And I'm questioning these vaccines, to be honest. And I know they must have run at a full speed ahead. The entire world was concentrating on a vaccine for COVID-19. That is why, even after running all the tests, it isn't a positive thing or 95% effective, let's say. But still, you know, you gotta have that small skepticism in your brain. I'm a person that wants to have these let's say conspiracy theories come to life. I'm a person like that. Not everything, but a few things here and there. Uh, yeah. So yeah, I am a bit skeptical. Skeptical. What the hell is wrong with me today? I'm just excited because of Tenet, I guess. So yeah, I'm just a bit skeptical about the vaccines, which is about to be issued. Good thing for the world, though. Yeah, that is that. And another news which I wanted to talk about is uh, uh, a person named Adolf Hitler got elected in Namibia. Yes, this is a song. This is a thing that I want to talk about. The stories that I read about this was insane. When I went on to Twitter, this is browsing through, and just a feed just came up quickly. Adolf Hitler wins big. I was like, what? I think you guys are a bit late to the news, man. Like, he won big back in the day and he killed himself, or he escaped to Argentina. Not sure which one, but yeah, something like that happened. So why are you posting the news now? And I read the news and it said Adolf Hitler wins big in Namibia. So, and he said he has no plan for world domination. Oh my God. I want to see the person's parents who named him Adolf Hitler. So his full name is Adolf Hitler. Uh, Let me try to be most respectful and not try not to butcher his name. Unona. I think that is right. Yeah, Adolf Hitler Unona. Who names their kid Adolf Hitler, man? Oh my God. And it wasn't this a big election or something. It was just a regional election in Namibia, and he won that by 1,196 votes. And to 230. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. So he is now the local councillor of Oshana region. Uh, yeah, you have Adolf Hitler coming back into power. A bit black version this time, but still looks dead in the eyes. Both of them. Yeah. So that's that. Adolf Hitler winning this stupid thing. Uh, Another thing was which came out during this time was yeah, I missed a lot of big news. We missed not I. No, no. Let's try to be more inclusive. It's not I. There's another person who is doing this podcast who is not able to come. Yeah. Another thing that I want to talk about is all the news that we missed during these 3 months. There was hell lot of news, man, and we are so sad. Like I remember, like we've been messaging each other about big news facts which is coming up, and both of us be like, "Oh, this would have been good for our podcast, to draw in a few more fans, let's say." Uh, but yeah, that's now in the past. Another thing is Americans choosing a new president. Uh, Joe Biden, the guy who can't even remember his own last name if he tried to study it 5 minutes back because he's fucking has amnesia. Yeah, uh, that's your president. If any U.S. people are watching, that is your president right now, who can't even remember what he did 5 minutes back. And an Indian origin person also got elected as a vice president. The first women for vice president, I believe, or first women uh, mixed race women or something like that. Yeah, she also won. Kamala Harris. I've read about her. I read about her policies and stuff. She just comes off as a communist. She should have been better off in China rather than in America. So I hope she doesn't come into power if knock on the wood, knock on every wood that Joe Biden doesn't fuck it up and just die on himself. But I feel bad for Donald Trump though. He makes some pure shitty allegation, uh, statements out there. But the guy is got a good heart. I'm gonna be honest. He's just straightforward. He's just personality like that, right? To say anything right in front of your face and not giving a fuck about it. Yeah. You miss those kind of people, right? Like, I don't want this PC world. I want something which is more into your face, like trying to correct you if you're doing wrong. That is a kind of people that I want in my life, not these pathetic PC culture. Uh, yeah, that just reminds me of those South Park episodes. Principal PC. Yeah. Uh, what other thing is there to talk about? What other thing is there? Let me just scroll through my Twitter and let's see what is happening. Yeah, I would say another thing is the sneaker culture in India. It's booming up now. That's another thing that I want to talk about is the sneaker culture, which is pretty much right there with the Western world right now. People are constantly taking L's on the sneakers app. Some big name drops are dropping in, let's say Singapore, not in India. Yeah, you know what? This is what we want. As an Indian consumer, we want Nike to have a separate store here in India and not just imported shit that we can buy because we are already paying extra taxes on this. We don't want to pay that much, and the resellers are charging hell lot of money on stupid sneakers, which doesn't even make sense. The J Balvin one, which was released, yeah, that it is going for about 56,000 minimum rupees, 56,000 rupees minimum in India for a size 9 or for a size 10. That's how it's going for. Like, what the hell, man? It's like, no, that's just insane. Like, why would you spend that kind of money for basically, I don't know, a, a unicorn threw up shoe? It just looks like that. A unicorn threw up the entire fucking colors of the rainbow into a one shoe. Uh, yeah, but other hype beast things are just popping out here. I can see that. The dungs are becoming more popular here in India, which is unfortunate because I don't like dungs that much. I believe dungs are just overhyped sneakers, one of the most overhyped sneakers in this world, just because Travis Scott wore it. So if Travis Scott wore it, that should mean it is worth a lot. Like fuck off. You know what I mean? Uh, Anyways, yeah, that is about the sneaker culture in India or the hype beast culture in India, which is booming. Is good for me because I can get more sneakers. Uh, I always want a sneaker, like button a sneaker, like sneaker collection, like one wall filled with all the sneakers that I love. Uh, I still don't have a yeah, I do have a Jordan, but it's not the Air Jordan ones. Uh, I'm still waiting for a good pair of Air Jordan ones. The thing with me is like I I always have this in my brain, like if I'm buying an Air Jordan one, I should go for the Holy Grail. Like in my mind, the Holy Grail is let's say the Chicago Black Toe reverse bread and the gym bread one. Those two, it goes for high prices, and I absolutely love those. So if any one of you listening wants to sell me either one of them, a new pair, size UK size 9.5, 10 would also do, but it would be a bit loose for me. When it comes to certain shoe, I'm a 9.5. Yeah, I don't have the size 10. Ah, I feel so bad. Because if I was size 10, I could have been like, haha, you know that what that means? Big feet means big. Oh, what a stupid joke. Anyways, yeah. Uh, that is about it. So if anyone wants hearing this wants to hit me up with a new sneaker, a free sneaker, that would be even better. I can plug you guys over here, even though there's no listeners to hear this podcast. Haha. Anyways, I don't think there is any more topic for me to talk about. It was just me just ogling over Tenant, not Tenant, Tenant, uh, and talking a bit about sneaker culture, talking a bit about Adolf Hitler, talking a bit about uh, what else did I talk about? Yeah, COVID vaccines, which is about to come out. Uh, yeah, that's me. This is your boy AB signing out. This is a very short episode. I know normally the other episode went beyond like 1 hour or so, but this one is a bit short because it's just me. I don't have anything else to talk about. Uh, Next week, I would come loaded with a lot of topic so I can make at least 45 minutes. uh, we'll keep you guys posted about the new things that we are about to do. Oh, by the way, we are trying to collaborate with as many people as possible to gain a lot of audience. We want to grow. We want to make sure that we keep improving. So if you guys have any critiques, if you guys have any, if you guys want to do any collaborations, hit us up in our emails, in our DMs, in Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Like everywhere is the same handle, the Khichdi Street. Come link us up and let us do some linking business. Uh, yeah, subscribe, like if you're new over here. Subscribe if you're new over here. If you're listening this through YouTube, please try to find more subscribers for us, please. uh, uh, Instagram, like is over there. Follow us over there. Twitter, you can do the same thing over there. We're sadly not on Facebook, but let's see how things goes. If it's dry over here or on YouTube, we'll just switch over to Facebook gaming and start gaming and podcasting at the same time. So this is me, your boy AB, signing out. Until next week, goodbye.